Turkish Airlines EuroLeague in association with...
Here now, in this game, one goal, one team. Fight for that possession, gotta act fast. Another shot, another pass. The city comes to life and they got something to say. Come on, let's go. I feel devotion.
What a play! Terrific stroke.
This is unbelievable.
Oh, man! What a take to the rack. How much do you love EuroLeague basketball? Magnificent execution.
What a pass.
He does it again.
And that surely wraps this one up.
The Turkish Airlines EuroLeague welcomes you to central northern Italy. We are at the Virtus Segafredo Arena, known as the Segafredo Arena locally, home to Virtus Segafredo Bologna. This evening, they welcome the visitors just a little bit north. EA7 Emporio Armani Milan come to town. Milan fresh of a big victory, but he wants to press on and get a tough game against Bologna.
But, you know, we know them, they know us, even if the two teams are different from last year. For sure, there are points of strength everybody knows, you know, the three-point shooting on Belinelli, the very good season Şengeri is playing for them. They are deep, they are athletic with their guards. So they are a pretty complete team, and I think you cannot imagine just one thing that you try to stop. You have to play a complete game, and I hope we will do like we did last week against Valencia.
What about the home side? Familiar these two teams are indeed, but Bologna have the home edge. A welcome for Messina back to the club where he won 2 EuroLeague titles. Bologna looking to get back in the mix at the top of EuroLeague standings. Coach Bankia, though, knows this is a pretty special matchup.
Yeah, on the emotional part, you don't have to prepare too much. It's, as you said, it's a special game. Everybody want to have a night like this, and everybody want to perform in a night like that, especially playing at home in front of our fans will be unique.
It is the Turkish Airlines EuroLeague. It is round 8 of the regular season. Virtus Segafredo Bologna against EA7 Emporio Armani Milan. Two clubs that know each other extremely well, but they've only ever met twice in the Turkish Airlines EuroLeague. Both games going to Bologna last season. We'll disregard past matchups and concentrate on what we have before us, which is an intriguing challenge for both sides. Milan snapped a 4-game losing streak to get a massive victory last time out. Bologna, well, they've been somewhat of a surprise package this season. This a double week. Everybody plays 2 times, tonight and tomorrow, then they gear it up again just 48 hours later. Nightcap of this round tomorrow is Bayern against Partizan, but we've got a little bit of a shotgun type of start tonight. 2 teams going off at the same time tonight. Another one 15 minutes later. A sneak peek at the standings. In a strange situation. We've got 7 teams with a positive record, over 50%, and then everybody else has lost more than they've won. So Milan very much in the mix, sitting at 14th place, 2 victories only. I say that 4-game losing streak being snapped means that they are on a high. And fortunes can change very quickly in the EuroLeague. Bologna are doing just the right thing, which is to keep winning. They've got themselves in the top half of the standings. Just keep on winning. Things will go good. Milan looking to get on a roll. Has to be said though, Milan with their losing record, but they've been very competitive in the games that they've played. the other way. Could have had other outcomes. Bologna, on the other hand, well, they got smashed at Madrid last time out, so they're looking to get themselves back on track. Look at some of the key players. First of all, we'll start with those of the visitors. Shavon is having probably his finest all-around season of his EuroLeague career. Nearly 30 years of age this year, 29 and a half. Only one of two players averaging double-figure scoring, but Shields is the Mr. Utility player for Milan. Somebody else keep an eye on tonight, Alex Poitras played the most court time of the season so far in the victory over Valencia last time out. Still finding his way in the Milan colours, but he is a potent weapon, especially against a Bologna side that could be understaffed in the middle in terms of big men. No Achille Polonara, no Jordan Mickey. They're a little bit light in the middle, which is why the likes of Poitras could look to attack the backboards, rebounding. Bankier says a crucial part of the game tonight. As we look at the players for Bologna, key player is there, Cordinier. He's having a terrific season, averaging 10 points, 27 years of age. He's really starting to grow in confidence and fulfilling his potential that we've always known he's had. At the other end of the age scale, 37-year-old veteran Brian Dunstan, two-time EuroLeague champion, one of the all-time leading rebounders and shot blockers in the history of this fine competition. And he will have extra load on his back tonight with Jordan Mickey out of action. The head-to-head, well, if we would start talking about the most valuable player of the season so far, these two young gentlemen would be at the top of the conversation. And what a pleasure we've got tonight. The power forward battle between Shengelia and Mirotic could be one for the ages. And just on that, sometimes you get these matchups where you say, oh, well, these two guys are playing the most respected players. But these two are at the top of their game right now. Mirotic has been virtually unstoppable, and Shengelia playing back to the level that we have admired of him over the years. And he had injury problems, but he is looking 100% right now. Still injury problems for Milan. No Billy Barron in the backcourt. Still no Kevin Pangos. It's a coach's decision. So you look to see Mauro Lowe with extended court time in the backcourt. Bologna, we've already mentioned, they've got a couple of their bigs out. So not only would you expect to see more action, more competitive in the paint from the likes of Dunstan, Shengelia, you have to get some of the smaller players going to have to chip in. Both these coaches have confidence in their rosters. They go deep. There's a little extra spice whenever you have a domestic derby. Of course, Bologna, 2 EuroLeague championships underneath the head coaching tutelage. The man on the opposite bench, Torre Messina. So while there's a warm welcome for Coach Messina in the Segafredo Arena, as this game gets underway, it will be a hot atmosphere. Taking this team on. Frankie's been around for a long time in European basketball, but this is the first time he's really had the opportunity to showcase himself at the highest level of club basketball. And these players players have responded to his coaching instantly. Didn't make the playoffs last season. Now so far, they've only lost 2 games. Heavy defeats at Madrid, but that's not really saying much to anything. And first game of the season, I have to say, a lot of few people, yours truly included, had some questions about where they were going when they lost at home to Žalgiris. Since then, they have been on a roll. Winning up 5 victories on the bounce. And tonight, this is their first challenge. Significantly short-handed due to injury. Initial introductions concluded. Team handshakes, exchange of mementos. You just love the atmosphere in here. Just a little extra edge. Now, every game in the EuroLeague matches, we know that. That's the motto of the league. But when you're playing against a team that's just a few kilometers away, it makes a big difference. Some of the rebounding, well, these two teams are pretty evenly matched on the rebounding side. Just 0.1 of a rebound in terms of total. It's more about the personnel tonight. That's why that's been made such a big deal up by the coaches. Milan, it's defense. That's their key. Even though their shooting percentages across the board are better, defensively, they've got to hold down this Bologna side. That's going to be the key for Milan. They want to grind this out, and that's the starting 5 that's going to try to do just that. Mauro Lowe will be in the backcourt with Shields, and then a big lineup. Coach Messina going for the jugular with the injury. Melli, Mirotic, and Woodman across the front line. So what does Bologna do? Do they try to get out and run? Coordinate and hack it in the backcourt. Belinelli, got great size. An outstanding scorer and a defensive rebounder, so he will be controlling the paint with Schengelia and Dunstan. Bologna, well, they'll want the pace of the game to be high, up-tempo. But we've heard in pre-game comments from Coach Messina, he's made it clear that when his team plays defense and they defend well, that allows them to get out on the fast break. Off missed shots, that's how they run. They're not going to score well in half court. Starting 5s, heading out onto the floor to line up for the EuroLeague anthem, I Feel Devotion, to which it will be Game On. No shortage of experience on the court, and also no shortage of experience for our officials this evening, crew chief Carlos Perusa. We want the referees to have a great night. And this is one of the most difficult sports to call as an official. Just over a minute until we get underway. Final formalities, starting with the EuroLeague anthem.
Something to say. Come on, I feel devotion.
Final formalities are completed, except for the final high 5, low 5, fist bump, elbow tap, the occasional head nod. First time these gentlemen have coached against each other in the EuroLeague. Familiarity between two of them though. Thank you. Really having an outstanding season with Bologna, but it's still early days. 7 games into a 34th game regular season. Around 18 teams in the EuroLeague. Ended up with 8 in the playoffs. There's a little bit of a playoffs play-in scenario at the end. It's Dunstan against Wortman. Round 8 of the Turkish Airlines EuroLeague for Bologna and Milan is underway. First attack on the basket is from Bologna. Dunstan gets his shot blocked 2 times. And the defense of Milan holds strong, and in transition, lightning streak. Who else but Nikola Mirotic to open the scoring. Mirotic leads the EuroLeague in scoring this season, 20.3 a game. The problem for Milan has been to find a 3rd scorer, because there's their 2nd one. Shavon Shields, the only other player averaging double figures, 14.9. He's off to a fine start as well. Belinelli shows what he's got though. Fakes the handoff, shows his range. This is what Coach Messina was worried about for Bologna's 3-point shooting, particularly if Belinelli gets going early. Mirotic flashes high. Rears up with the 3, which is off the mark, and here comes Bologna. Shengelia barrels his way into the paint, has it poked away by Mirotic. Good defense by the little red shoes. Wortman fades away, hands off to Melli, and Nikola Melli. He's fouled from behind. Nice vision there from Wortman, trying to take advantage of what we considered a weaker defender. The Bologna fans and players not happy. The referee says that Melli was in the act of shooting. Fans let the referees know their displeasure with that call. Melli misses the first free throw. Milan 17th of 18 teams in the EuroLeague. Free throw shooting, they miss a pair but get the offensive rebound. Can't get the shot away. Virtues fans in full voice. 6 seconds on the shot clock here. Mauro low, misses the jump shot. Shengelia gets the rebound. Now Hackett. For Belinelli, being guarded, chased by Mirotic. Mirotic is thinking about helping on defense. But Belinelli catches, gets open, doesn't get the foul. Misses the jump shot. Mirotic cleans up the mess. Low was open. Recognized him early enough. So now Milan in the half court. Mirotic works the baseline. That's a tough bucket there. Mirotic over Dunstan. Dunstan forced him to the baseline behind the backboard, but Mirotic, as he leaned up, he just angled over. Strong baseline drive on Cordinier. And that's what he's added to this Bologna side. The confidence to take the ball to the rack. Such an exceptional athlete. Milan by 2. Still early in the opening period. Shields working up the dribble. Left alone, miscommunication by the defense. Another offensive rebound. Well, he's seen already Well, that's only the second offensive rebound Milan have got. The size advantage they've got. It's having an impact already. That is a tough shot there from Mirotic. Behind the backboard, just leaning in. The offensive rebound button against Bologna. There's only but one player in it. Mirotic whips it cross court. Shields, stops, drops off to Melli for the slam dunk. Beautiful ball movement from Milan. All 4 of their baskets so far have come off assists. Dunstan against Melli down low, kicks back. Shengelia looking for an outlet. Belinelli has to let fly. Off the mark, offensive rebound, goes back to Bologna. Shengelia sees the double team, finds Cordinier in the corner, and he strokes it. He's there, Cordinier. With the long 2, he goes to 4 points. Almost midway through the first period. Bologna 7, Milan 9. Melli open. Nikola Melli feels to me like he's almost like a secret weapon of this Milan team. They don't go to him very much. He plays an inordinate amount of minutes. He's a fine scorer of the basketball, but in his veteran years, they're going to unleash him at some point later in the season. Shengelia, well, there's no secret about the weapon he is. He has been electric this season. He's on the scoreboard and gets his team in the double figures. Offensive foul, that's going to be on Melli for the illegal screen. Taking out Cordinier. Coming off that down screen, just leaning in, down goes Cordinier. I think he slipped on a wet spot as much as anything else. We've got our first time out of the game. It's an entertaining one. Bologna 10, Milan 12.
I think we're going to be the team to beat this year.
We got to fight for everything that we want to achieve this year and take it game by game.
Oh, in the foyer! Bang! Have some of that.
Our pace and with purpose, Elio Kobo. James for 3. Yes!
Well, you won't have to wait long for the game of round 9 because it's just 2 nights away. Real Madrid, unbeaten so far, heading the standings, taking on AS Monaco. Barcelona, well, they'll be hosting Valencia in a Spanish derby on Friday night. That'll be a big one. I love these domestic derbies in the European competition. And if you're interested in following the performances and the stats of all the players, why not get involved in the EuroLeague Fantasy Challenge? Scan the QR code or just look up EuroLeague in your app store. Back underway. Tight one. Both teams locked in. Cordinier, been impressive so far. Hands off to Shengelia. Hesitates, goes one way, goes another, gets the shot away. That's well defended though. See the bigs of Milan swarming around Shengelia. And at the other end, Milan, when they get the defensive stop, that's when they're looking to run. And they get the layup and they convert. Belinelli, that quick release that we all know so well. goes to 6 points. Bologna within 1. Shields, he made his last from that spot and he makes no mistake the second time of asking. Shavon Shields goes to 6 points. Cordinier breaks free again, and how strong has he been this season? Isaiah Cordinier averaging 10 points a game, just attacking the basket off the dribble. Shields goes the same route and he gets fouled. Well, we're getting some impressive individual plays right now. Shields just powering his way off the high screen. Brian Dunstan not able to do anything about it. Same for the whole Milan team as Cordinier attacks the basket as if they said something about his mother. 3-point play for Shavon Shields. 9 points for him in this opening stanza. Into the game comes, well, we call him the oldest, the most experienced player in EuroLeague history enters the game. Karl-Heinz, this is his appearance number 399. And he takes up the Shengelia challenge. Paola tries to get Dunstan, who is held onto. Mirotic collects the foul. Slashing to the basket. A hand on the hip. Be a sideline possession to Bologna. Some discussion at the scorer's table.
Coach, challenge for review, please.
The ball is not involved, it's off-ball play.
Yeah.
It doesn't meet any criteria for ref.
For me, it's a regular foul.
Or ball holding. If he would have a ball, then it's different, but now it's off-ball play, so.
It's a normal basketball play. Agree?
Yeah.
Regular foul?
Yes, for sure.
Let's do it, please. Thank you.
Well, the officials, clear, concise in their discussion. Coach's challenge from Luca Banchi. Asking the officials if that was unsportsmanlike. The referees say, no, it was not. So, sideline possession. Belinelli will take the ball out of bounds for Bologna. Trail by 5. Shot clock hits 10. Dunstan inside has it poked away by Mirotic, and here comes Shields, and he finds Maldo low and gets his shot rejected. This time he kicks it for the jump shot. Votman doesn't get the 3, but the rebound goes back to Milan. Well, this has been an intense affair so far. Votman, the nice drop step to the baseline. There's a whistle, and it's a 3-second call. It's going to be on Karl-Heinz stepping into the lane. Not leaving in time. Second turnover for both teams now. Alessandro Paola brings the ball up for Bologna. Paola, not really a scoring threat. This man is, though. Belinelli, how? Every time Belinelli shoots the ball, he creates contact. You can see where he could get 3 free throws every time. Eventually, the referees will start to call it. Shields off the mark with that 3. Nice pass inside. Belinelli makes no mistake. A little fadeaway, soft jump shot. Milan on the attack now. Low, working up the dribble. Shot clock under 5. Mirotic. No concern, but there's Hines. He's fouled after he gets the offensive rebound. Hines battling on the boards. This is something that clearly Milan got a strategy about, and that's a big call because that's Dunstan's second. Can't afford to have the veteran big man in more foul trouble, so he'll take a seat. Now a point to consider and to ponder for Coach Banky. How does he rotate, protect his bigs? Devontae Kachuk will enter the game. Karl Hines will go to the free throw line. Milan, the only teams who've shot free throws this game so far. 1 of 4. Bologna haven't shot any. No mistake with the second. Milan, 4-point lead. First quarter winding down. Paola guarded closely by Flacadori. And he's fouled by Diego Flacadori. His first, his team's second foul. They can afford to be more aggressive at the end of this period. Paola has his options. The one he chooses going right at the basket, and he's off the mark. The other end, Karl Hines goes coast to coast. With no regard for the defense. Cordinier finds Kakot. Devontae Kachuk with the triple. So whistle, the foul's going to be called on Cordinier. No respect for the defense. He's got Kachuk on his back and just says, "You can't catch me, son." Hines, 3 points. Make that 4 with another free throw to come. Will be taken again as Kachuk deemed to have a step early because the free throw was missed. Karl Hines gets to do it over again. So that counts the make. He goes to 5 points. The lead goes to 5 points. Bologna 20. Milan 25. 33 seconds left in this opening stanza. Milan do have a foul to give, so they can be aggressive if they want to here. Belinelli tries to get over back door, being chased by Hines, and he gets fouled. They go to Devontae Kachuk down the lane. He's fouled by Ricci. green and roll. The American goes to the rack. Richie trying to say to the referee, he got out of the way. Referee says, nope. Free throws to come. For the number 15 of Bologna. Walks off the free throw line before he releases the first. Probably part of the reason why he missed. No mistake with the second. Milan can hold for the final attempt, shot attempt that is, of the first quarter. Flacadori working up high. Hines dives into the paint. Flacadori's going to do something of his own. He gets the ball through, threads the defense. Gets it in the hands of Hines, and the mismatch against Jalen Smith. Power of Hines. Dominating. Smaller in stature. Jalen Smith, and so free throws. Kyle Hines taking the mantle. Putting points on the board for Milan at the back end of this opening period. Well, Coach Messina said before this game he hopes his team can put the same kind of performances they did against Valencia in round 7, holding Valencia down to just 52 points. Doing well here, just 0.1 on the quarter clock. The first period is going to expire without any further incident. And indeed, that's the case. 10 minutes in. Relatively high scoring from Milan's perspective. And they'll be pleased with it because they lead after 1. Virtus 21, EA7 Milan 26. Well, the highlights show that Milan got out to an early start. They haven't looked back since. Tight defensively, but both teams were getting open for shots. Milan, their passing was outstanding to start the game. They've ended up with 6 assists on 9 field goals. Bologna, well, he's there. Cordinier has been attacking the basket on his own. Other than that, they've been passing pretty well themselves. Had some input off the bench. Opportunity for those bench players to shine with Polonara and Mickey out. See both teams with 6 assists, rebounds. Milan dominating, 5 offensive boards. Coach Banki will be talking about that. Because other than that, it's pretty close. Offensive rebounds are getting them extra shots. Milan 6 of 7, 2-point shooting. Maybe that's the edge between them. BKT best performance of the first quarter. Shavon Shields 9 points. He had 3 assists before he started scoring. He knows how to play the balance game. Team are doing well so far. Players back on the court for the second period. Both coaches deep into their bench. Devon Hall will trigger the second period. Flacadori brings it up, guarded closely by Paolo, who we know wants to get steals. Tonut finds Flacadori. Flacadori, 2-dribble, pull-up jump shot off the mark. Has got that for an offensive rebound by Tonut, but Ognian Dobric, fresh off the bench, pulls in the glass. Smith wants the high screen, gets the high screen, gets in the paint, shot away. Defensive rebound, Hines. And then in transition, Hall. He's fouled by Smith. Make that 2 fouls on Jalen Smith. You have to keep an eye on that workload as Flacadori finds Hines, who just kind of shot puts the ball instead of shooting it. I don't know, maybe he wasn't expecting it. Abbas. Back to Paola. This lineup on the floor, it's hard to figure out who the scorers are on this Bologna team, so they need to rely on their half-court efficiency, let the offense do the work for them. Foul committed by the defense, Flacadori. Overly aggressive with the American Kachok. New shot clock for the men in black. Baseline cut and conversion. Dobric answers the call, gets his team within 3. And then he goes for the steal. Hines, though, picks up the loose ball. The hustle there from Dobric to get back in the play. Hines down low. Tonut finds Ricci. This is turning into a defensive war between these two sides now. Dobric sparking the action as he throws his body all over the place. It'll remain a Milan possession. The new shot clock. Sometimes you just need a player to come off the bench and just give you some energy. That's what Dobric is doing, and maybe if he aspires his teammates to get up a step, he can get their team back in this game. Tonut, oh, guarded by Dobric. Then he gets around, and Hines gets the rebound, and Kyle Hines is putting the offense of Milan on his back, and the veteran goes to 8 points. Abbas answers. It's great to see Awudu Abbas back on the court. Even better to see him scoring that 2-pointer. He adds the 3 he had in the first period. Flacadori off the mark with a jump shot. Smith leads the line for Bologna. Paola in the low post. Rare offensive move from the young point guard of Bologna. Does not come up with the points. Mirotic back on the floor for Milan. He's surely the target. Was double teaming him without the ball. Now he's got a one-on-one with Abbas. Works his way in, gets to the little jump hook, and that's unstoppable. Speed, balance, poise. Mirotic off the bench, straight back into the action. 6 points for him now. Milan lead by 5. Smith against Mirotic. That's a tough finish by the American guard. That's his first points. Neither team really getting a significant run here in the second period, although Dobric has been outstanding with a steal and an offensive rebound and the score. Ognian Dobric getting his team fired up. We get a timeout call by Milan. Their lead is down to 1. Bologna 29, Milan 30.
key is here. Ball pressure. Influence the ball. Play over the passing line. We have 3 fouls to give, and they cannot move the ball easy. They have a big lineup, okay? Play over the passing lines and communicate those screens.
Guys, I need your help when they pass on both sides.
We need to crowd, and when they shoot, everybody
Well, you heard Coach Banky very clear in his strategy. Attack, get into the passing lane. Let's use our athleticism to counter the size, the big lineup that Milan has on the floor. He said he can't let them pass the ball easy and get those post-ups. He's saying we can't beat them size to size, so we're going to have to use quickness. But credit Ognjen Dobric, he is leading by example. Milan bring the ball up the floor. Bologna, if anything, go even smaller. The Bass at the power forward. You got Hackett, Lundberg and Dobric interchangeable at the guard positions. And they're pretty tall as guards, but against the giants that Milan have got out there, you see why Coach Banky's saying be aggressive. He's also saying we got fouls to give, don't hold back. Coach Messina counters, puts an extra ball handler out there. Gets Shields back in the action. Low. Aggressive swarming defense. Everybody switches from Bologna. Low, cool as you like though. Just eyeballs the defense, takes the shot that's available. He goes to 5 points. Milan, 4 of 11, 3-point shooting. Elite back up to 4. Shot, oh wow. Alex Poitras announces his presence in the game. He tells Devontae Kachuk, you need to get a little bit stronger than that. You want to take me on. Kachuk thought he had the layup. Alex Poitras said, not tonight. First foul on Dobric. Midway through the second period, it's a 4-point lead for the visitors, 33-29. Milan head Bologna. It's round 8, Turkish Airlines EuroLeague regular season. Shields, a lot of dribble. Tries to get Mirotic inside, but Dobric won't give Mirotic the space. In the end, Shields throws the ball away. The very thing he was put into the game for, what lets him down. Even though Kachuk doesn't have a big impact on the scoreboard, his intense defense means that when you get Shengelia back in there, it hasn't got any worse. And that's, when you hear big stature here, coaches talk about the plus minus when the player's on the floor. Had the change in the score with you out there. Dobric just continues to play as if this has been the biggest derby game of his career, because he has been outstanding off the bench. 6 points, but he has just been defensively out terrific as he gets the steal, and he's going to get the breakaway slam dunk. Ognjen Dobric warms the hearts of the home fans as he brings Bologna all square, 33 points apiece. Now he's guarding Shields. Now he's guarding Mirotic. Now he's got his hands full. Mirotic though, off with the jump shot. The Bologna fans start to sense that the run is going their way. Bass runs, rips it round, misses the layup though. Shields gets through the defense. It's a illegal contact. The basket will count. Shields becomes the game's leading scorer with 11 points. Splits the defense. The impressive bit was before he got there. We got another timeout. Bologna 33, Milan 35.
One is wrap 5. Yeah. Okay, we're touching the area on the second side. Yeah. It's clear. That's all. Okay. Here.
Who's it? Who's it? Who's it? You want to do golden so we know we get it?
Very good. Very good.
Where is he, coach?
1 second. 1 second.
So roll.
For now, only you for Nikola. Okay? Now.
Alex.
First play is this one. Watch. If you have nothing, kick it here. Okay. And immediately set aside for Shavon.
Coach Messina very aware of the cameras and the microphones in his timeout, so he draws up his offense without actually having to describe it. A canny move by the veteran head coach. His team have been put on their back foot. The efforts of one man, Ognjen Dobric, has been like a man possessed off the bench. His first season in the black and white pinstripes of Bologna. He's having the best game of his season so far. 8 points off the bench, a couple of steals as well. Shengelia barrels his way down the basket and gets the layup to go. Nice pass. Shengelia goes to 5 points. Bologna 3 assists in this second period. Milan haven't had a single assist so far in the second quarter. Might get one here. No, because Tunut dropped the ball. Low, wide open, and there's their first assist. Tunut with the assist. He kicks it wide, low. With his second triple of the game, he goes to 8 points. Dinier goes inside, and again he just takes over the defense. Dinier goes to 8 points. He's 4 of 4 at 2-point shooting. 3 of those have just been driving layups. Tunut gets it blocked. Dinier gets a hand on that shot. That's his second block of the game. Shengelia weighs up the defense. Dinier hesitates, has to throw it back out. Iffe Lundberg gets inside, goes to the rack, can't get it to go, but there, guess who? Oh, Dobric this time misses the layup. And at the other end, Low streaking away. Mauro Low, he goes to double figures. 2 minutes left in the first half. Milan still have a 3-point lead. Abbas from deep, and Audu Abbas bangs home the triple, and we are all square. This game is heating up, and there's the offensive foul, and guess who drew it? Ognjen Dobric. It's the bench players of Bologna that are getting them back into this one. Both ends of the floor. Coach Messina doesn't like it. Watch the left arm of Shields. There's the shoulder in the chest. Maybe on another day that doesn't get called, but today referees made it. Shields tries to debate it. 6 turnovers for Milan. That counteracts the 8 offensive rebounds that they have. Bass, surely, he's feeling it. And it's the bench players. 22 points off the bench for Bologna, only 21 from the starting 5. And they take their first lead. Timeout call by Coach Messina and EA7 Milan. Bologna 43, Milan 40.
Watch out, the quick hitters now, okay? That's why we need the high communication.
Watch for a little bit.
Yeah. Siamo. Next offense. Hey. Okay. This 4. Okay.
Well, Awudu Abbas leading the offensive punch off the bench of Bologna. 11 points, by far his best performance in the 2 years he's played for Bologna. Of course, he played for 5 years with Milan. Been dogged by injuries. You see why teams have such faith in his ability to perform. If he stays healthy and can become another weapon for Bologna, that's it tonight. It'll be a good story for them. Mirotic shows he's a good story whenever he's on the floor for Milan. He's fouled by Shangalia. Free throws to come for the power forward. Could give that foul to Abbas. Pretty sure he didn't get the score away. First foul committed by Toko Shangalia. A rare miss at the free throw line for Nikola Mirotic. 81% shooter at the free throw line this season. And he missed the pair. Milan now 5 of 11, less than 50% free throw shooting. Iffe Lundberg is going to get the chance for Bologna's second trip to the free throw line. Again, they've had such success penetrating one-on-one off the dribble. Coach Banki recognizing that despite the bigger lineup of Milan, giving them an advantage rebounding-wise, what it doesn't do is help them against the ball handlers. Bologna are taking advantage. Lundberg confident with the first free throw. Just have a feeling now that Milan have got some adjustments to make, and perhaps they're just stretching, hoping just to get this first half open. They need to regroup. And a 10-point swing in this second period. Bologna trail by 5 points at the end of the first, and now lead by 5 as we're in the last minute before the halftime break. Low. Swings it cross court. Melly better get out the lane. Shot clock winds down. Shields. Leans back. Desperation heave is off the mark. And you see they had 2 players blocking out Mirotic to stop the offensive rebound. Milan do have a foul to give, and that's why Hall is all over Lundberg. Not going to use it now. The half is running, and there's the foul. Melli commits it. Smart play by Nikola Melli. It's now Bologna have just 3.3 seconds to get a shot away, although they can get a substitute in if they want to get the likes of Belinelli on the floor. We get a timeout called by Virtus Segafredo Bologna. They're controlling this one now as the first half winds down. Bologna 45, Milan 40.
Clear? Flare, you don't switch. Flare, you don't switch. Chase the guy. You have a foul when the guy with the ball. The main thing is press the ball and don't let make an easy pass. Second, when they mount the ball, you have one foul against them. No, sorry. I apologize, sorry. We're fine.
Jump on the feet, man.
Exactly. No pump, nothing.
Watch out, flares.
Oh, here the defense there, called by Coach Messina. Slight mistake, thinking he's still got a foul to give. They do not. So they've got to play straight up. What he doesn't want to do is just get an open look. They're going to flare. He thinks they're going to flare for the three-point shot. The success they've had, Bologna, though, has been attacking the basket, but with Belinelli out there, well, is he locked in to touch the ball, or is he a decoy? Lundberg will take it out of bounds. Belinelli with the cross cut. Cordinier gets the shot away, and he's off the mark. Shields wanted the shove. He just laid on the floor. Well, Coach Banki's asking the referee for a flop. Instead, we'll go to the locker room. Half-time. Virtus Bologna 45. Emporio Armani Milan 40. Well, we'll get some comments from the players as they're leaving the court. First up, we should hear from Shavon Shields of Milan. He's dusted himself off from that final interaction with Isaiah Cordinier. Shields, leading scorer for Milan. He's down courtside.
Shavon, 11 points for you in this first half. What do you have to improve in the second? They try to increase the intensity.
Yeah, we got to take care of the ball and execute in transition defense. When they get steals and get out and run, that's what got them back in the game. So,
thank you so much.
Yeah, Milan, 4 turnovers in that second period. Needs to take better care of the ball. Hard hand off the bench for Bologna. Senor Abbas.
I mean, you know that without Jordan Mickey, more than usual, you need to add a great approach, and this is what you had. Now, what to keep and what to improve in the second half?
Keep play aggressive and be focused on rebounds because they're really tall as a team, Milano, so we got to keep going like that, enjoy and keep aggressive.
Thank you so much.
Well, the head-to-head, the leading scorers in the game, Abbas 11 points, Shields 11 points. Shields not surprised, Awudu Abbas 11 points. Those are his first points of the season, and they've come at a crucial time for Bologna. They are very much in this one. 5-point lead at the half for the home team. Milan with work to do.
Turkish Airlines, BKT, Adidas, and Squeak.com. Official global sponsors in association with the Turkish Airlines EuroLeague.
Highlights roll on an intriguing 20 minutes of action so far. Milan played with confidence and flair, 26 points in that first stanza. Their starting five coming up with 80% of their points, 75% of their points. Bench players though in that second period, that's where Bologna took over. Sparked by Dobric, closed by Abbas. 10-point swing. Milan 26 points in that first period, only 14 in the second. So the individual statistics not so important. The rebounding in favor of Milan, but they didn't dominate the second period the way they did the first. And then they couldn't take care of the basketball. 4 more turnovers than Bologna. So Milan will need to make the adjustments. Their size didn't dominate. We're going to take a short half-time break. Get ready for what's going to be an intriguing second half of action. It's Bologna versus Milan. Is this the beginning of a new story between these famous clubs?
Having waited a quarter of a century to meet again in the EuroLeague, that season Virtus Segafredo Bologna dominated both Italian derbies against arch rivals EA7 Emporio Armani Milan. This season the feud continues.
We have a long rivalry that lasts from the 50s. So it's I don't know, 70 plus years of rivalry between these two clubs.
It's a special night for Italian basketball. I will spend every single drop of my sweat, of my energy, of my body to make this team better.
Whenever you play Virtus Bologna is a special moment.
Milano fans are very competitive, just like their team, and Bologna fans, I think they are one of the best, not only in Italy, in Europe.
Coach Messina got a special affinity with Bologna because their 2 EuroLeague championships were won with him as the head coach.
I consider my city for many, many years because I lived there almost 2 decades. I don't consider that a win against Virtus, but I consider that a win for Milan.
The connections between these clubs run deep. Virtus coach Luca Banchi was also Milan coach for 2 seasons, leading the team to the 2014 playoffs.
There are some personal cross together with people that is still there, that they work with me in Milano, and I talk about players, management, and people part of the staff. They have still a special position in my heart.
Bologna have so far stunned the league under Banchi. The underdogs flying towards the top, with one of the pre-season playoff favourites Milan languishing closer to the bottom. In this derby, anything can happen.
We know that we're gonna play against one really good team, but at the same time, we are not scared about that, so it's a big game for us, and we're gonna try to do our best for the city Bologna, for our fans, and for sure for the Virtus organization.
It's important for Italian basketball to have them in the EuroLeague. So there is the intelligence, the toughness, and the crafty of top players who play with the emotions of players who play basketball when they are 19 or 20. So it's a wonderful combination.
This is Jabari Parker.
I'm Rokas Jakubaitis.
And this is Old School
versus New School. Same. Old school. We always, have at lunch pasta bolognese. It's not bad, poke bowl, but I'm not a fan.
Spaghetti bolognese, that's something like Chicago. We eat a lot of Italian food, so for sure.
Depends. Answer?
New school.
To check everything?
Yeah, for sure. Refs is definitely old school.
I think I'm old school. Not that I don't like, to challenge or, but this new system of, challenging. What has been done, has been done. The referees, they're doing their jobs. Neither.
I would say old school classic rock because the 80s had a lot of great music. My friend is white. I didn't grow up with white people, but he put me on the Red Hot Chili Peppers, and they are really good.
I don't know, maybe I would like rap or trap, but I never listened to it, so maybe, I don't know, one day. Old school.
Old school.
2 years in a row I've been here. We came like as a favorite in the Final Four. We just lose to Madrid. First time in the season, for example, we beat them 5 or 6 times in a row, and one game our season is finished. So I mean, it's not a bad format. Don't get me wrong, but for sure, serious would be like playoffs, for example, till 3 games, game of 5. Mm-hmm. I agree with old school. Yeah?
Yeah, bro.
You like it?
I need to get to where I need to go quick.
Yeah, but it's dangerous.
It is dangerous. But then you can do tricks. Wheelies.
Yeah, but you can do it by walking also. To do this 360 or whatever. Parkour.
Turkish Airlines, BKT, Adidas, and Squeak.com. Official global sponsors in association with the Turkish Airlines EuroLeague.
Halftime ticks down at the Segafredo Arena, where Virtus Segafredo Bologna lead EA7 Milan by 5 points, 45-40. Intriguing game here. The size of Milan dominated the first period. The quickness and the defense and the hustle of Bologna dominated the second. Which way will it swing in this second half? Shooting percentage is not really important. It's been the impact off the bench of Bologna. 24 points off the bench. Let's hear from Coach Messina of Milan.
Coach, you're moving the ball and leading the offensive rebound and a good one-on-one defense. What to do in the second half?
Well, I think our defense has to be much better. I think overall we're playing a good game. We're competing, but our defense on the basic things like one-on-one, we gave up threes to Abbas because we lost him 2-3 times. We have to be more precise, more, let's say, physical, because this is a EuroLeague game and that's how you try to win.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, Coach Messina identifying the defense and the matchups and losing track of players, which he feels is not acceptable. We're going to hear from Coach Luca Banchi. He must be feeling much more positive about Bologna, particularly how well they played in that second period. But what does he do to sustain it as the game wears on? Milan shooting percentage is fine. What's Coach Banchi going to do to keep going lower?
Coach, you were good to respond blow to blow, and you had a good approach from the man that came off the bench. Now, what to improve in the second half?
The approach in third period, because of course Milano is capable to alternate many different lineup typology, and it's a matter to be more consistent defensively and work on rebounding to control the second opportunities.
Thank you so much, Coach.
So on reflection, not a huge change in the game plan for either coach. Milan want to knuckle down on defense. Coach Banchi needs his team to rebound. Their shooting percentages are outstanding, 52% from 2, 55% from 3. But the big thing is 24 of those 45 points are off the bench. The bench of Bologna that's brought them back into it. For Milan, it's been their starters. Mauro Lowe, a prime example. Double digits in points. He's played really calm. For so many years, Mauro Lowe was heralded as a future superstar. He is a star in his own right now. The German guard in the prime of his career, and he's given us a prime performance tonight. 10 points off the bench, attacking the basket and shooting the threes comfortably. We talk about the bench of Bologna. Well, for me, this is the man who really got them going. Dobric. Yeah, well, look at his points, but it wasn't just his scoring antics. It was the way he had such energy when he came into the game, just throwing his body around. A couple of steals, 3 rebounds, and 4 of 4 shooting the basketball. 4 of 5 rather, attacking the basket, 80% shooting. And once he got going, the rest of them came to play. Dobric, of course, in his first season with Bologna. This is his best night so far in the black and white shirts. This much storied club. And this an intense Italian derby. So what changed in the third period? Milan, the rebounding is a great advantage that they have, but for that they've got to spread the floor and have the bigs inside so they can dominate. Bologna, they are going to be ever more aggressive. No significant foul trouble. Brian Dunstan, the biggest risk with 2 fouls, but he picked those up in the first quarter rather. The best individual performance in that third period, well, we just looked at him. Ognjen Dobric off the bench, 8 points. But that PIR of 13, that shows the other things he contributed with. You see between him and Awudu Abbas sitting next to each other, what a potent weapon they brought into that game. 19 points off the bench between those two. So Milan, they'll be looking to take advantage of their starting 5 advantage. Dominated that first period. Third quarter underway. Milan in possession, trailing by 5 points. And Bologna come out with a zone defense. Tell me that Coach Banchi hasn't made some adjustments. He clearly has. Doesn't work. First time of asking. And Wortman, his first points of the night. Steele, Shields, pokes it away, low, back to a trailing Wortman. Well, the turnover will hurt you every time. Hackett threw it away. Cordinier working off the dribble. Bologna needs something easy here if they can get it. Hackett, shot clock winding down, whips it cross court. Cordinier for 3. And see the rebounding, not a single black jersey in there underneath. Bologna straight away out of that zone defense, right into a man-to-man. Cordinier commits the foul. That'll be his second. Yeah, Hackett throwing the ball to the back of Cordinier, who was going the opposite direction, and Wortman, 0 points in the first half, back-to-back buckets to get the third period underway. Mirotic in Shengelia. Shengelia equal to the challenge, but Mirotic, as always, comes up with a tough bucket. It's a 6-0 run to start the period. Hackett drives down against the opening score for Bologna, and they've gone to that well over and over again, and Coach Messina not happy about it. I'll make that 4 or 5 times now that the guards of Bologna have just beaten their opposite number one-on-one. Mirotic looks at the shot clock, and there Belinelli with the steal, and then he's fouled in transition. And Mario Belinelli with a little bit of flair after he's fouled by Mirotic. Mirotic picks up the second foul. It's a difficult pass to make. How's about this for a finish there? Belinelli throws it to the sky. This penetration here, Cordinier's done it twice, Dobric has done it, and now Hackett just taking the guards of Milan to the basket. Shengelia, travel, jab step, shuffled his feet. Well, Bologna had 2 fouls, 2 turnovers the entire first half. They've had 2 already here in the first 2 minutes of the third period. That's why their 5-point lead is gone. Wortman leans back, misses the turnaround. Wortman, the biggest player on the court. Bologna not able to score at the other end. Mirotic trying to show Wortman how to play in the post. He shows how to throw out of the double team, and Maodo Low continues to show how to rain down triples. 3 of 4 from deep now for Maodo Low. The question is, how quickly does Coach Banchi go to his bench, because his starters have been taken to task by Milan, but not Shengelia. Toko Shengelia averaging 17 points a game, quiet so far tonight, but there fumbles the ball to begin with. No foul called there, but definitely called it this time. And he will shoot the and-one opportunity. Shengelia, as aggressive as he is going to the basket. It's his first free throw of the game. He gives his team the most slender of lead. 1 point, Bologna 50, Milan 49. Melli left open. Bologna gambling by having Dunstan play almost like a zone defense on his own, but Melli, I've said this at the beginning of the game, he's such an accomplished scorer. Doesn't really lean into it because he's got other weapons on his team, but if you leave him that open, he's going to burn you. Shengelia dared by Melli to shoot the 3. Melli again, this time Wortman should get the easy 2. And Coach Banchi has seen enough. Timeout called. It's a 9-point swing. Milan take the lead. The teams head to the benches. Bologna 50, Milan 54. Well, in this timeout, we'll give you the Turkish Airlines flight time play. Go back to that second period. The steal. Dobric pounces on the loose ball. Scoots down court, then scores to the basket for your Turkish Airlines flight time. points for Dobric. PIR of 13. Interesting to see how long Coach Banky waits before he puts him back in the action. Definitely spurred his team on in that second period. At the timeout, Bologna, what adjustments do they make? Coach Banky stays with the starters. Been outscored 14 points to 5 here. They'll get a free throw opportunity though. Votman guilty of the foul. Again, it's the penetration, the one-on-one driving action of the guards from Bologna that's causing the trouble. Votman called for the foul. Hackett goes to the free throw line. A big disparity in the first half, especially when you think how Bologna attacked the basket off the dribble. Only went to the free throw line twice. Already doubled that total here. Start of the third, now 5 of 6. Milan just 5 of 11 free throw shoots, 6 points they left on the floor. They pay the price for that down the stretch. Hackett says please, and the ball rattles its way home. Milan by 2, midway through the third period. Melli not left alone this time. Low, splits the defense, drops down to Melli. Wow, Melli just lost the handle on that one completely. Schengelia rips through, no foul called. Hackett makes the three-point shot, and that is a confidence booster for Bologna. See Dunstan underneath. Oh, he gets hit in the back by his own teammate. Then he goes down hard. Dunstan, well, when you're 37 years of age, you can take your time getting back up. Ryan Dunstan, he knows the game, the veteran big man, 2-time EuroLeague champion, of course, 2-time EuroLeague Defender of the Year as well. He's been around the block a few times. And right now, he's seen his team get back into the lead. Hines replaces Votman. Belinelli takes a seat. Yeah, that man, Ognian Dobric. Coach Banky says, let's release the hounds. Milan still have a size advantage. Dobric takes on the Mirotic challenge. Got the high-low advantage. Just trying to keep the ball out of Mirotic's hands, and they do so as Schengelia rips away the ball. 4 steals for Bologna. Dobric finds Schengelia for the slam, and how's about that? The spark plug off the bench once more. Dobric straight into the action. And Schengelia takes it to the rack. He goes to double figures, 10 points for the Georgian. Milan find Melli inside. And Melli gets an easy 2 over the outstretched arms. The much more svelte Isaiah Cordinier. Dunstan feeds Hackett, left-handed, misses the 3. Dunstan with the rebound, and Brian Dunstan can't convert for another offensive rebound. Cordinier runs down the loose ball. Now Shengelia drops to the baseline, double team, throws it to Hackett for three. And Danny Hackett, 10 points in the game, 10 points in the third period. And quick as you like, Mirotic just quiets the crowd. Goes straight down the other end. Gets his team back within a point. This game on a knife edge. Shengelia again. No foul called. Hines gets the rebound. No foul called. Shields open and makes the three, and this is turning into something of an Italian classic. Well, what Coach Messina is saying to the referees, if it's not a charging foul, then it's a flop, and that's a tech. Well, the offenses of both teams heating up here. The back end of this third period. Hackett drives down the gut of the defense. This time the help comes over. He's telling the referee that ball went off a... Well, that's the argument there. Coach Messina is saying if that is not an offensive foul, then it's a technical foul. Milan's offense has caught on fire here in the third period. 26 points in the first, only 14 in the second, 22 points in the third period with over 2.5 minutes to go. But more importantly for Milan, they have the lead. Melli flares to the corner. Shields works off the dribble. Shields misses the jump shot. Shengelia with rebound number 5. And then at the other end, Dobric throws the ball off the foot of one of the little red shoes. This is Shavon Shields with the kickball. Now, Coach Banky is going to that bench. It was so effective in the second period. Smith, Abbas, Ogden, Dobric, all on the floor. Paola also in the action. Only Shengelia of the starters is still out there for Bologna. Smith finds a swooping defense, and he ends up with Shengelia wide open. Smith perhaps should have taken the two-point shot himself. Shields hounded by that man, Alessandro Paola. And how often have we said Paola either gets the steal or forces the turnover? Shields, that's his third turnover. But look at Paola, he's just draped all around him. And as Shields tries to take it behind his back, he loses the handle. Shields and Shengelia both lead their team in court minutes played. And that is true again tonight. Smith leads his team in three-point shooting. Off the mark with that, his first of the night. And we approach the dog days of the third period, less than a minute and a half in the quarter. Touch passing around the horns, Flacadori in and out. Smith finds Shengelia. Bass. Wow, Awudu Abbas without hesitation from deep. 4 of 4 three-point shooting for him. Gets his team the 1-point lead. Now he's on defense against Shields. Shot clock under 10. Shields takes it inside, and the foul's going to be called on Shengelia. Fans won't like that, and Shengelia won't like it because he will say that Hines is shoving him in the back. Wudu Abbas, what a talk about power off the bench. Shengelia commits his second foul. Shields for his second trip to the free throw line. Continues his fine form. 15 points, averaging just under 15 a game, so he's at his season average. Off the mark with the second, and then there's a foul as Ricci tries to steal the ball away. Oh, the tension in this game. Pressure mounts as well. The players aren't aware of that. They know what's going on here. Oh, what a move. Shengelia to the rack, gets the roll. That deserved points. Looked like he was going cross court. Changed his feet, took Hines to the rack. Flacadori, he's not the finisher here. Milan, other players standing around. Tonut drives, kicks back. Flacadori has to pull the trigger. And that one is off the mark. Shengelia pulls the rebound in as he flares to the floor. Well, Milan battled back, but after three, slender lead for the home team. Bologna 65, Milan 63. Well, it's hard to decide what is going to happen in this one. Milan came out gangbusters. 9-point swing to get the lead to 5. Some mental errors by the defense of Bologna. But then the bomb squad came to play. They started raining down threes. And Mr. Shengelia decided to go to his A game. Milan, though, and not laying down. This game is on a knife edge. Look at the numbers. Milan turning the ball over still more than Bologna. They've got 9-5. Rebounding, though, Bologna are matching them. Free throws is the opportunity that's going wasted for Milan. 46%, 6 of 13. And the stars are starting to shine. The best performance, Tornike Shengelia. Toko to his friends. 7 points, 3 assists. A performance index rating of 10 to BKT. Best performance of the third. Well, as the game stayed tight, this is when the importance of the coaching comes to play. Players starting to get a little bit tired. This is why the bench performance of Bologna is so important. They're getting such input from those bench players. And the starters of Milan are being stretched. Milan had 8 points off the bench in the first half. They still have just 8 points off the bench. 55 from their starters. Contrast that to Bologna. 27 points off the bench, 38 from their starters. Their bench players are out here now. Double team on the sideline there. Ball will go back to Bologna. 14-second shot clock. As this bench crew for Bologna that has got them in control here. Abbas throws it away, and the fast break opportunity for Milan. so far has come to nothing. Is it going to be turnovers that makes the difference in this game? Is it going to be just pure aggression as Hines finds Ricci, clangs off the backhand? Wow, Hines, I'm about to say, Coach Banky saying, what are you looking at? Karl Hines, look at him. Innocent as a babe. Shoved Schengelia right in the back there. And Karl Hines looks so innocent. Look at the referee saying, I never made a foul. Never fouled in my career. I've played more games than anybody else. Love it. Alessandro Paola is having a taste of his own medicine. Diego Flacadori is doing exactly what Paola does to other guards, just pressuring him into losing control of the ball. A couple of turnovers being held by Bologna. So we've got a coach challenge here from Coach Banky to say who knocked the ball out of bounds.
Out of bounds, yeah. Let's go. Let's go. Go. Let's go, please. Behind. The last was white ball, huh?
Yeah. No, black is the last.
Black, no, I mean,
we need to change
ball
the
for
angle.
it, ball for, yeah. Wait, back. Can I have? Give me another view. Another one. The baseline, another one. Baseline, another one.
Under basket left, yeah.
Another one.
Maybe this could be good.
No, another one, another. Okay, frame by frame. He touch. It's black. You see?
Yes.
Nobody touch after the black. Okay?
Yeah. With the time now?
Can I have the time, please? Great. 9:15. We add 1 second. We change it. Or we don't change. It's the same. 1 second more.
Olimpia Milano.
Oh, there's a legend of Italian basketball. French guard Antoine Rigaudot led this team to European glory under this man here, Torre Messina. He's head coach of Bologna, and they won those 2 titles back in the late 80s, early 90s. Late 90s rather, excuse me. Rigaudot at the point guard position. After the coach's review, the ball remains possession of Milan. Stefano Tonuc. Flacadori, there's nothing happening anywhere near the basket for Milan. And end up with a half-court heave almost. But an offensive rebound, and Hall has to shoot because it was an air ball to begin with. Ball goes out of bounds. Should be a Bologna possession. So tense. You just have to remember that as the game wears on, the players are also getting tired. It's not like the same beginning of the game. The coach could just say to a player, okay, change left, 2 steps to the right, and it happens. And the mental and physical fatigue has a part to play. And that's why the coaches have to then make the right moves. They have to get the right players on the court. Abbas. Oh, wow, what a rebound by Lundberg. And this is the sort of move that happens. Lundberg just rips down an offensive rebound at the right time for his team. Bologna showing zone defense. And Butman forces the three-point shot. Coach Messina, now he needs to make an adjustment. He's got to recognize now, gets his team to see what the defense is doing. How does Milan adjust against this? Still plenty of time to go. Bologna just have a hint of control right now. Smith. Still Smith tries to shovel it through the Dunstan. Abbas saves the ball, but then Hall pokes the ball out of bounds. Bologna will have 6 seconds to shoot. Got to get the ball in first, and they do eventually. Lundberg steps through against Butman and shoots an air ball. Ball doesn't touch the rim, it will go back to Milan. Defense holds firm for them. And now you see in, out. The coach is doing the hokey cokey with substitutions, players in, players out, offense, defense. Trying to find that five that just have the magic touch. The Turkish Airlines EuroLeague, where every game matters. Low, drives, misses. Oh, Hines, offensive rebound, but drops it. And in the end, Butman has it stolen. Hackett streaks down the floor. Lundberg challenge at the rim and gets the and one. Coach Messina can't believe the call. Stefano Tanuk tries to challenge the great hands from Lundberg. Gets the ball back. There's contact, there's no question about that. The body's bang and he gets the ball to drop. Iffe Lundberg soars to the basket, gets the and one. Huge play in the context of this game. 6-point lead now. Make that 7. Make that the biggest lead of the game for either side. As it comes at just the right time for the home team. Mauro Low drives again, and he's caught for the carry. He hesitated. Last time he drove and went for the layup. This time, watches that right hand. He gets his hand underneath the ball, and he pauses and then dribbles again. Dunstan gets the credit for that. Brian Dunstan comes from the weak side. We got a timeout, Milan. They're in trouble, down by 7.
Screen and dive. There is no other discussion. Okay? We can't waste 7 seconds here on penalty.
Here we go. Come on. Get it down now.
Hey, if the 5-man is screening, we gotta have a shake player here. And don't leave.
Let's go, guys. 7 minutes.
Just 7 minutes. First play. Watch. Ball is here. Okay. Second time. Hey, here. Second time, you throw it to Melli, and Melli will feed the tackle. One more play. Come.
Wait for me, Nico.
Once again, Coach Messina draws his player. Without any verbal action, so it doesn't get picked up by the cameras or the microphones. Once his team defensively, the focus has gone slightly more athletic with Lowe and Shields in the backcourt and Hall on the floor. So is he conceding that got to go quicker to contest? Bologna hustle. Hackett off with the jump shot. Melli cleans up the rebound. Milan just +3 rebounding. Mirotic, surely he's the answer for Milan. Goes to the baseline, fakes, and then he is fouled in the end. Abbas is guilty of the foul. Just got a little bit too anxious there. If he just stayed down, it'd been okay, but he jumped well. Take your pick. Dunstan or Abbas. They've given the foul to Abbas. Mirotic. 11 points to his name. Lead scorer in the game. Shavon Shields with 15. Mirotic averaging over 20 points. Surely he's going to be who Bologna have to defend here in the fourth quarter if they want the victory. Reminder that on the season, Milan have lost 5 of 7 games. They're 2 of 5 in the league. Bologna have won 5 of 7. They have 5 and 2. Dobric to the basket. This time well defended by Mirotic. Dobric wants the foul. Has to get back on defense instead. Shield stolen away. Abbas with the good hands. Shields has just had problems controlling himself in the basketball against the hustle and the energy of the Bologna defense. Just pokes it loose, and then Abbas can't control it. Milan. Plenty of time on the shot clock if they can get some movement. They got the ball to Mirotic, who says, I'll go. He gets Dunstan in the air. He misses the jump shot as he fades away on the release. And Lundberg, who's been the star off the bench here in the fourth quarter, gets another rebound. Lundberg, oh, with the hesitation, the sweet reverse layup. Iffe Lundberg. The Danish sensation goes to work in the fourth quarter. 9 points for Lundberg. Shields, though, answers. Milan will not go quietly into this good night. 18 points for Shields. Lundberg, though, just comes again. And remember what Coach Messina said at halftime. He said, we're leaving the wrong people open. They're doing that right now. Lundberg now, 12 points. Hall, baseline. Mirotic from deep. The ball goes back to Milan. Devon Hall, smallest player in a Milan jersey. Battling with Hackett. Lundberg, a little hesitation step. Left Maodo low for dead. And he glides to the basket. Hall just smothered by Hackett. This is the danger man, though, for Milan. He's got to shoot something heroic. Air ball. That is going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. Bologna, not renowned as a team for their defense, but their defense is what's carrying them right now. We've got a timeout call. Just over 4 minutes left in regulation. Bologna 75, Milan 68.
Quick to cross the half court. 23 miss. Okay? 23 miss. Use the screen. Take your man to receive the ball. Okay? The ball enter to attack aggressive. Space floor well to open passes and catches. Okay? Come on, guys. Go. 3 to me. Let's go.
Well, the stats flash upon the screen. Said that Milan may rue those free throw misses. 7 free throws they've missed out of 15 attempts. Bologna 7 of 8. You give Milan those 6 points difference back. How difficult could this game be? Right now, Bologna ready to go. Coach Messina squeezing every second he can out of this timeout. And he will get the hurry up call from the officials. Still now, Nikola becomes coach on the floor. Milan back with their starting 5 on the floor. Bologna still have the bench crew in effect. Shengelia hands off to Lundberg. Shot clock's running down. Shengelia drives, throws it high, gives it a chance to go. It does not. Defensive rebound by Vutman. Milan, can they answer? Mirotic has it knocked away and the ball streaks down the floor, and the fastest to it is Abbas, but then he stumbles and Mirotic kicks it out of bounds. Awudo Abbas kept the hustle going, but then it's like he tried to do something before he had it. The ball's gone. Mirotic is letting it go out of bounds, but here comes Abbas. He tried to do something before he actually had the ball in his hands, and then Mirotic says, that was his foot, Mr. Ref. Abbas sits down. Belinelli comes in. The experience of the 34-year-old. What Coach Banky is going to count on. Abbas's contribution has been huge. Now they need Belinelli. And here he goes, chased by Mirotic. Shengelia, baseline, drive, and 1! And is that the death knell for Milan? Toko Shengelia just powers his way home. Meli a step late. Chops him down, and how does he keep a hold of that? Shengelia, the battle of the MVP candidates, has got the edge now. 14 points for the man from Georgia. With a free throw to come. Coach Banky going offense, defense with his substitutions now. Belinelli sits down. Missed free throw from Shengelia. Bologna by 9. 3 minutes plus change left in regulation. Mirotic picks up his dribble, guarded by Shengelia. Low finds Vutman, and he's fouled on the way to the basket. And it's a 3-point opportunity for Milan. They are not done yet. The pass from Low is perfect, and his fellow German Vutman backs the layup. Hackett with the foul. Vutman with the chance of a 3-point play. Gets the roll. Bologna had the chance to put this one to bed with a 10-point lead. Now lead by 6. Hackett. Belinelli. Now Lundberg, he's been the hard hand. He's off the mark there though. Great block out by Maodo though. Just put Brian Dunstan on his back. Says you can't have the ball, big fella. Dunstan, no, Vutman. goes to work. He's the 5th player in the double figures for Milan. 65 points of their starters, 8 points off the bench, all 8 points from Karl-Heinz. No question who's doing the damage for Milan. Dunstan powers his way for the layup. Ryan Dunstan with his first score of the night. Hackett now with his 5th assist. As we go into crunch time. Mirotic, oh my word, Nikola Mirotic. What a bucket. And somehow Milan are within 3. Lundberg now. How does Bologna answer? This is when the psychology comes in. The toughest player will make the right decision, and it's Iffe Lundberg. Daniel Hackett with a dime pass, and Iffe Lundberg gets to the cup. Foul is called on the exterior. Both teams with fouls to give. Bologna are going to use these. Dunstan, I think, is called for the foul first before the shot goes. But that pass there, Lundberg shields, loses track of Lundberg, which is crazy because Lundberg has just been so important to Bologna in this 4th period. Mirotic hangs up with Shields. Shields. Oh! Words almost can't explain that one. Shavon Shields has kept this game alive. Timeout Bologna. Their lead is down to 2, 81-79.
Guys, one more foul to give. Okay? We have to play smart.
Hey, good offense, good shot here. Get them in the bonus here, and then the next possession we get free throw too. Keep attacking. I got slow feet right now.
Down 5 pop. Space the floor. Go side to side. They have 1 to give. We have to enter to create open shots. Okay?
Wait for the set.
Come on.
Go.
Right, you hear the instructions coming in thick and fast by the coaches. Big buckets by the biggest players, the stars. Really are coming to shine deep in this game. Bologna clinging on. Abbas back in the game. Banking, just trying to outscore Milan down the stretch. Relying on his offense. Lundberg, who's been the star of the 4th quarter. Hounded by the man who's the lead scorer in the game. Lundberg foul. Foul's committed by Mirotic. It's his 3rd, team's 4th, I make that. And with fouls to give. Don't want to give anything easy. Lundberg again. Did he get the switch? No, he's going to go one-on-one. Lundberg's feeling it. Pulls the trigger. Oh! My word! Iffe Lundberg with the bucket. Coach Banky's on to the next play. He's saying we got a foul to give. Let's use it. Don't give me easy shots. Low, misses, rebound. Lundberg, who else? It's the bench show for Bologna. Iffe Lundberg. What a night he is having. He's averaging 4.5 points this season. He had 14 points in his first appearance. He's maxed that now with 17 points. And now looks like the game is up for Milan. Lundberg clatters home the first free throw. Coach Banky won't relax yet, there's still time. This free throw here could be huge because it makes a 3-score difference. Lundberg never in doubt. Perfect from the free throw line, 5 of 5, 19 points for him. And now Coach Banky is going with the timeout. Bologna 86, Milan 79. Has Bologna taken this one out of the reach of the away team?
We have Nick here, Shavon, you're here, Mauro, you're here, Nikola, you're here. So it's like this, watch. Now, Shavon, go for the long, you fake the screen, and you slip it. It's here. If anything is a problem, get it, end of shot, okay? So what to do?
Oh, you hear the Bologna fans in full voice. This a temporary stadium, of course. Virtue's having a new stadium built, which will open in the end of 2024, we believe. This temporary stadium. Capacity for basketball now documented at just under 10,000. Mirotic double team. Low kicks it, Shields can't get a shot. Low does. Misses an air ball. And guess who gets the loose ball? It's Iffe Lundberg. Who else? And Shengelia will run this one out. Belinelli just throws the ball to the rafters. Celebration and jubilation for the home fans. Virtue's Segafredo Bologna overcome their arch nemesis Milan for the 3rd time on the road. Every time these teams have met in the EuroLeague, Bologna have come out on top, and it continues tonight thanks to the bench performance. A huge effort, 1 through 12 for Bologna, and for Milan, after a massive victory in round 7, they come up short in game 1 of a double week. Bologna can celebrate. It won't be for long, but tonight it is a celebration. Final score: Virtue's Bologna 86, EA7 Milan 79. Well, we'll quickly give you the magic moment of the game. We go back to the first quarter. The interior passing as the bigs of Milan were dominating. Shields to Melli, the high screen and roll. And that is your magic moment. Look at the team stats overall. Milan end up +5 rebounding. That free throw shooting is what hurt. 7 missed free throws. Other than that, it was just a battle. 13 turnovers for Milan worked against them as well. 6 steals for Bologna. And they just converted those steals into points as well, which is crucial. Bologna 16 points off turnovers. Milan just 2. In a game as close and as tight as this, anything like that can give you the edge. While the fans celebrate. And a team that has always had the quality, there's no question about that. But now, 6 victories from 8 appearances. They are right there in the mix. They are tied with 4 other teams for the top 4. Depending on how games go in other performances, they could even be in the mix for the top 2. A Herculean effort off the bench in particular. And that man there, Iffe Lundberg, where was he? He barely played. He only played 15 minutes, but could do nothing wrong. Iffe Lundberg celebrates, roars to the rafters. As well he should. Basically didn't play in the first half. Played a little bit in the third period. And then in the fourth quarter, just exploded. I'll be staggered if he is not the player of the game, but to have done it in just 16 minutes. But it was a team effort. The bench of Bologna, 86 points total personal. 42 points by the starting 5, 44 points off the bench. Contrast that with Milan, 71 points from their starters. All 5 starters scored in double figures, 8 points off the bench. This is the true team effort that Bologna put up tonight to get the victory. Well, I don't think there's going to be any surprises with who this is, the Adidas player of the game. For basically taking over in the fourth quarter. Iffe Lundberg put together probably one of the best fourth quarter performances off the bench in living memory. Iffe Lundberg is the Adidas player of the game.
Here we are with the MVP of the Italian Derby. Congratulations for the win, 19 points for you. How was the mentality in the second half? What happened?
First of all, thank you. We knew coming into the game, playing against obviously our rival in Milan. They're a great team. It's always tough battles against them. You know, we talked in the locker room that we needed to keep the same resiliency throughout the second half. We were up 5, and then the first couple of minutes we let down a little bit. But, you know, energy was the main key for us. And whenever I was on the court, I just tried to bring that and help the team win.
Now add it to the next one.
Say that again?
Add it to the next one. Because this is a double week.
We have a double week, a very tough one, and probably one of the toughest crowds in Europe. So, you know, we got to bring the same energy, the same mindset, and hopefully, you know, we can play a good game.
Thank you so much, and good luck for the rest of the season.
Thank you, appreciate it.
That next game he's talking about is they travel to Athens. They take on Panathinaikos just in 48 hours time. And if they can bring that kind of energy, that kind of rhythm, they'll feel pretty confident as they face that challenge. Lundberg, just a remarkable performance. 19 points, a PIR of 28, 5 rebounds. The bench of the team outstanding. Coach Luca Banchi must be proud of the whole effort, but particularly off the bench.
Coach, what a win. Congratulations, first of all. How does this win mean for you?
It means a lot because it's the emergency and the troubles made everybody conscious that we need to do something special to beat Milano. They approached the game with incredible focus, but we respond great, and we had a lot from everybody, and that's the most important. Small piece, big effort from everybody.
I know that you coaches are always have always attention for details. So if you have to choose details that you have to be focused more in the next one, what is it?
And the most important for us is to recover energy, because in such emergency you can produce a game like that. Being home in front of such a crowd, everybody wants to play, everybody wants to give one more success to our fans, but now it's matter to rest, to recover, and go to Oaxaca, and will be very difficult. So I will say priority now is to recover energy and rebuild our focus.
Thank you, Coach. Congratulations again.
Yeah, no question about that team effort, the collective effort. He said in the derby, everybody wants to play, make an extra contribution. But what a contribution he got from everybody. Abbas with 14 points, Lundberg with 19 points, a PIR of 28, 15 points off turnovers. That is huge. Second chance opportunities, this defense, the hustle. That is a grit that they have not had. Let's hear what Daniel Hackett feels about that victory.
Daniel, 10 points, 7 assists. This is a team win because you found different charter in different important moments. Congratulations for the win.
Thank you. It was very important for us to defend our home court and play such a game, because we were in emergency. We were missing Achille, we were missing Jordan Miki. Abbas did a great job covering the 4th spot in the emergency, and Iffe played phenomenal off the bench, gave us a big boost. Milano is an excellent team, so we knew we had to fight hard, and until the end we play a solid game and got the win.
Thank you, and congratulations again.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, Hackett, one of those rare things for Bologna that tame up trumps. One of the starters, 10 points, 7 assists. Really played some dogged defense as well, as they forced 13 turnovers from Milan. The assist down the stretch, all you had to do was find Lundberg in the 4th quarter though, and they would get the win. Let's hear some commiserations for Coach Messina and Milan.
Coach, we know it's not easy talking after this loss and this moment, so thanks for being here, first of all. But tonight, they gave you some good signals too.
Well, we played. Unfortunately, we had stretches where we got leads and we wasted the leads. And, we're like, we produce and then in a couple of minutes we waste what we do. But we need to extend the good minutes and don't drop our head. And we will work to get better.
Thank you. Good luck for the rest of the season.
Just see in spurts, Milan. Coach Messina summarized that perfectly. They have just moments when they're just outstanding, but then they just drop away. They took the 5-point lead in that 3rd quarter. They look good, then they crumbled. Look at those stats though, 2 points off turnovers to 15 for Bologna. That's minus 13 points. That would have hurt. But ultimately, every game matters in the EuroLeague. Well, the highlights roll. We reflect on what was a game worthy of the pre-game hype. The Italian derby. Only the third one we've had in EuroLeague between these two clubs. And oh boy, did they deliver. Bologna needed the hustle off the bench to get going. Milan starters could only carry them so far. And in the end, it was a man who played barely any minutes, 15 minutes by Lundberg. He was the difference maker, and he delivered the victory. As both teams got just about their average output offensively. Bologna averaging 84 points a game on the season. Milan averaging 77. Both teams +2. So it was fine margins that made the difference between these two teams. Ultimately, Bologna take the W. And they will march on into the second game of the double week, where they go to Panathinaikos. Milan go home, where they will handle Anadolu Efes Istanbul. Speaking of Istanbul, they got a road victory tonight themselves. Went to Monaco, to a slumping Monaco, and won on the road by 7. Olympiacos taking care of Maccabi away from home as well. Bouncing back from their heartbreak defeat last time at home to Baskonia. Valencia and Madrid, Crvena Zvezda and Fenerbahce still underway. And then we got 4 games up tomorrow. Another derby, this time Baskonia and Barcelona. Look at the impact on the standings. Well, look at that. Bologna now standing alone, standing pretty in 3rd position. Well, we can confirm that Madrid did in fact beat Valencia. That's why Valencia's dropped down to 5 and 3. Monaco lost. Fenerbahce lost. Valencia lose. So look at that. How good winning tastes. Milan, they have work to do, sitting in 16th right now. Look ahead to round 9. As we say, Milan go home, lick their wounds. They recover in 2 days. Extra day for the winners tonight, though. Once again, the Turkish Airlines EuroLeague has given us a feast to watch. We'll catch you for more action next time round. From me, bye for now.
Turkish Airlines EuroLeague in association with